MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 2 of the ALDS between the Boston Red Sox and the Houston Astros. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your defending World Series champion, Houston Astros.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, one thing's for sure. They love what Mookie Betts brings to their offense. He's such a great talent, the kind of talent that can dominate a game, a perennial all-star, and win some awards. He's one of the best in the game today, and he's always fun to watch.
Time for a look at the Stros on D. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Next up for the Red Sox, Andrew Benintendi, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Over to first, Cole, and the runner back easily. And another throw over, and he'll dive back in. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball two. Cole, or the Cole train as he's frequently called. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Therefore, it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out. Striding forward now is the DH, J.D. Martinez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Betts is on the move. Swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And he'll take it to the bag for the out, and there's your unassisted double play. One hit's all they get. And now the Astros will go to work for the first time. No score. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, you really have to appreciate what Jose Altuve brings to this team. This is a pitcher he's had some good success against in his career. He's hitting over 350 against him in a pretty good amount of at-bats. You can bet they're both aware of that, and we'll see who gets the better of who today.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup, or do you stay with the heater?
So it was a swinging strike three. George Springer is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. One out, nobody on. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. No one aboard for him, and two gone here in the first. Breaking ball in for a strike. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Well, D-Row, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike three, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. His career line against Garrett Cole. He's 0 for 5. Line drive to center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox half of the inning.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
At the plate, Mitch Moreland. Bogarts on at first, nobody out. Over to first, Cole, and a dive, but he's back. And again a throw, and he'll dive back in safely. And again a throw over, and a dive, but he's back in. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Now a throw over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Fouled away. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Gurriel is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
Batting seventh, third baseman,
Rafael Devers the next to bat. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Runner back standing. A runner on first with 2 away. And another throw over. And a dive, but he's back in there. Swung on and chopped toward the hole. Gurriel picks it up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Red Sox leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa. He'll be the one to lead it off against David Price here in the inning. A ball and 2 strikes.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
And there's one down now.
batting fifth, left fielder, Marwin Gonzalez.
Next up for the Stros, Marwin Gonzalez. Bottom of the second here with no score. Seared down the first baseline. And this is by Moreland and down the line. A fair ball.
Man, I watched Chipper Jones for years, one of the best switch hitters of all time, work on his craft under the tunnel. It's not easy to put the time in, but bottom line is, one of the reasons why they do it is the ability to work the whole field.
In now, Yuli Gurriel. Here now the 2-2. Is looked at and the count moves full. Gonzalez, base runner at first with one out. And he lays leads off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away. Coming to the plate now, Tyler White, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it is Betts, and Mookie's got it for the second out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Striding in for Houston, Josh Reddick. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. 2 left. Digging in, Sandy Leon. He'll lead things off against Garrett Cole. Popped him up. Bregman is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
Batting ninth, center fielder, Jackie Bradley.
Digging in, Jackie Bradley Jr. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even stiffing the zone, and he let him get away.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Bregman waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Andrew Benintendi. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. The 1-1 home. And there he goes towards second. Lifted in the air to center. Springer is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Striding into the box, Martin Maldonado as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. A 2-2 count to the Astros catcher.
2-2.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. At the plate, George Springer looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Next will be the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. Will lead things off here for Boston. Xander Bogaerts due to hit next.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Xander Bogaerts. A base hit in his first trip. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. There's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Line toward right center. Springer is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
3-1 to him now. Here's Price on 3-1. A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. Grounder down the line at third. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, one away.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Stepping in, Carlos Correa. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And yeesh, not the kind of swing you're looking for. 3-1 as it runs to a full count now. 3-2. And it's fouled away. Another full count pitch on its way. Inside, he misses, ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Ready for another chance? Marwin Gonzalez. He reached on a single in his first try. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Into the box now, Yuli Gurriel. He drew a base on balls his first time up. And a knuckle curve missed that time, 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Full count with 2 outs now, so he can put the ball in the gap somewhere.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 1 left for Houston through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Now here's the pitch. Here's a swing now by Pedroia as he sends this one in the air to deep left field. It's up and out of here into the archways.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Standing in now, Rafael Devers. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Didn't look to me like that was much of a protect swing with 2 strikes.
No, he was trying to go yard, 2 strikes or not. Kind of looks bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm sure his manager would have liked for him to focus on getting on base.
So striding forward now, Sandy Leon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Pulled toward right center field. Reddick has a read on it. And he makes the catch for the second out. Digging in to try it again, Jackie Bradley Jr. reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Swing and a miss, blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Red Sox strike. Tyler White will bat next. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Fouled off. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the fifth, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Now to the plate, Josh Reddick. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Ready on 1-2. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Well, he's really rolling on the mound right now. All you have to do is look at the last 4 hitters for evidence. All 4 of them have gone down on strikes, as you're seeing here. That's not easy to do, so you know he's got to be pretty dialed in out there.
2-1 to count. Here's the 2-1 from Price. Slow bouncer to the right side. Moreland scoops it up, and Moreland will take this one to the bag himself, and the side is retired. 1-2-3. Here's Mookie Betts, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Hit to short. Correa has it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The batter, left fielder, Andrew.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. High in the air out to center field. There to play it is Springer, and that's out number 2. Now the Red Sox DH, J.D. Martinez. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And that's a fair ball as it'll head for the 326 sign in right. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Not every day that you see a ball come off the bat like that one did. And looking at it again on show track, we see it a lot faster than it came in. 113 miles an hour. Couldn't have hit that one much better than that.
Into the box, Xander Bogaerts. The count now at 2-1. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. High fly ball out to deep right field. Back goes Reddick. He's there, but oh, he missed it. But it's over his head and jumps the wall for a ground rule double. And this game is tied.
Moreland.
And this thing bounces over the wall, but I don't think it would have mattered if it stayed in the ballpark. Either way, the runner was going to score, and he was going to wind up at second. He drove that ball really nicely.
Stepping in now, Mitch Moreland. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
3-2 pitch. But a little unlucky there as it's hit right to him in right field for the final out of the inning. 1 for the Red Sox on the double by Bogaerts. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's now 2-0 Boston. Here's George Springer to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they face other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Count still full, 3-2. The next 3-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my man on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Ready once again, Alex Bregman. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Hit hard up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. The 2-out hit means Carlos Correa will bat this inning.
Hey, I can't imagine that's the pitch he was looking for right there. But he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
In now, Carlos Correa. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. Joe Smith is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 38.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. In terms of previous meetings with Joe Smith, he's gone 4 for 9. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Pedroia waiting on the 2-1. Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, third baseman,
Rafael Devers the next to bat. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. This is line to left. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
Nothing fires me up more than watching a hitter take what a pitcher gives him. Pitches away, batter's able to keep his hands inside, not try and do too much, and just force feed a single.
Into the box now, Sandy Leon. Oh, right back to him on the mound. Altuve for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Boston's out in front, 2-0. So stepping in, Marwin Gonzalez. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
3 balls and a strike to Houston's left fielder.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows his team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
The 3-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
We got 3 and 2.
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4. Now the Cuban import, Yuli Gurriel. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater. This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Full count, 3-2. Popped him up. And no one will get this one.
Hey, this is a heck of a battle right here. Long AB. You know what? They find themselves still facing the starter. If they would have had some ABs like this earlier in the game, I think they get into the bullpen by this time.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
Hey, we all love home runs and gappers, but I love the mano-y-mano right here. 5 foul balls in this at-bat. He continues to make this pitcher work.
The 3-2 one more time. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Well, he's been battling all game long and been a real warrior. But there's only so many pitches in an arm, no matter how tough he is. That walk may have been all the manager needs to see because he looks like he's done to me.
The 2-2 coming now from Price. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is straining him on base. And now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
Now in the box, Josh Reddick. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates. All even at 2-2. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. He stays alive, still 2-2. Price still working on the shutout through 6 1/3. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. In now, Martin Maldonado. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Hit on the ground out to short. On the first, and the Astros can't cash in. Is that in? Tony Sipp has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 29. Tony.
Ready for another shot now. Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning. Here's Mookie Betts. His lifetime numbers with Tony Sipp. He's a perfect 2 for 2. Now he goes up the ladder on the fastball and pops this one up. Correa is under it. 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. A shot down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. But here's George Springer. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
There to look it in his bets, and that's out number 1. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one. That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Drew Pomeranz answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Missed with a breaking ball. Carlos Correa, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. Hit sharply on the ground. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the 2nd out. Here's Carlos Correa now. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Astros lead. Set to start the ninth now from Space City, Houston, Texas, as we continue our MLB Network presentation. Hector Rondon enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. 2-2 the count. He takes something off there as this is swung on and missed, and there's one gone here in the ninth.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Here's a high pop-up. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out.
Now batting.
So coming to the plate, Mitch Moreland hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Rondon's ready. 0-2 on its way. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gonzalez moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Red Sox, but they're on top 2-0. Stepping into the box, Marwin Gonzalez. He's the one to start off the ninth inning with his guys in danger of going down 2-0 if they can't rally. Here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
1-2.
The win would belong to David Price if the lead holds up. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Here he comes again. 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Pitch popped up. Pedroia is there for it. He's got it 1 away. And there are the final numbers for the Boston starter. He really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. Stepping in, Yuli Gurriel. A couple of walks for him thus far. 1 out, nobody on. Tyler Thornburg comes on here looking to get the final 2 outs and earn the save.
Tyler Thornburg.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Tyler White will be next. To short. On to first, and now the Astros are up against it, down to their final out now.
The designated hitter,
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Tyler White. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.